What's up, everybody? I'm Phil Bleckman with BarBend.com, and we have a recap of the 2023 Olympia. A lot of new champions, a lot of rematches from last year, and everything else you're going to want to know. But before we dive in, if you want to follow along with anything in the bodybuilding space, just go over to Google, type in BarBend.com, and all of that information that you're going to want to see will come up. The 2023 Olympia in Orlando, Florida kicked off with the 212 Olympia. Of course, we knew that Sean Clarita was going to come in as the defending champion and likely be in the final call-out, and that's exactly what he was. He had a new contender this time around in Keon Pearson, and it was clear that it was down to those two guys for the gold going into the final call-out in the finals on Friday night. Clarita seems to be in this pattern where he wins one year, loses the next year, and then potentially regains it the next year because Keon Pearson is your new 212 Olympia champion. Sean Clarita comes in second. Again, Clarita wins it, loses it to Derek Lunsford. Derek Lunsford advances up to the Mr. Olympia competition. Clarita wins it again last year in 2022. This year, Keon Pearson steps up as a new contender and takes the gold for himself. So it'll be interesting to see next year in 2024. Both guys are qualified now as past champions. We will see this rematch again next year, assuming both men stay healthy. It was quite a close run, but Pearson on top. Moving over into the figure division. The figure division has been dominated for the last 6 years by Sydney Gillen. She is the reigning, defending figure champion, and no one has really been able to contest her over that run. We saw Jessica Reyes-Padilla last year come in and really challenge her for the first time. We thought we were going to see a rematch. That's exactly what we did. The final call-out consisted of those two, Lola Montez and Cherish Richardson. We thought potentially, maybe, this was the year, possibly, that Sydney Gillen gives up the title, but no, it was not to be. The judges still favored Gillen, and Gillen takes down her 7th consecutive title. What a dynasty, still continuing through 2023. Shifting over into the women's physique Olympia. This was a battle everybody was expecting between the reigning champion Natalia Callejo and former two-time champion Sarah Villegas. We knew that those two were going to meet again in the final call-out, and that's exactly what happened. They were joined by Brooke Walker and Zama Benta, but it was really down to Villegas and Callejo, and Villegas, with the larger frame, her immaculate conditioning, as always, is able to regain the title. She is now your 3-time women's Olympia champion. Callejo comes in second. Don't settle on this matchup. They will return in 2024 most likely, and we will see another rematch between these two. It is tight at the top in this division. It is a quality division all the way around. All of the women in this field have exquisite conditioning, incredible muscle separation, and we are going to see this matchup again in 2024. We are looking forward to it. Heading over into the fitness competition. Now, this division is a little bit different from the other divisions in that there are 2 rounds, a physique round and a performance round, but they are not even. The performance round consists of 2/3 of each athlete's overall score. So an athlete can lose in the physique round, but make it up in the performance round and still be crowned the overall champion. In this field, Missy Truscott, the defending champion, comes in, disaster strikes. An injury happens during her performance, and she is out of the top 5. Oksana Grishina, the former 2-time champion, comes back after 6 years from the top of the fitness division, and she reclaims the crown and the $50,000 prize. Grishina on top. She will be able to go into 2024 to defend that title. We wish Missy Truscott the best. We hope to see her again in 2024. But until then, Grishina is the Fitness Olympia champion for 2023. Moving over to the Miss Olympia division. Andrea Shaw, dominant in this division. 3 years running, she's coming in as the defending champion. Nobody is in her league except for Angela Yao. Yao came in as the runner-up in 2022, and we knew we were going to see a matchup again. As you see, there's been this recurring theme in 2023 of rematches from 2022. That's what we saw again in the 2023 Miss Olympia contest, Shaw versus Yao. We knew that was going to be the matchup going into the final call-out. That, in fact, was. They were joined by Barreto and Priami, but it was really down to Shaw and Yao going into the judges' scorecards overall, and it was given to Andrea Shaw, winning her 4th consecutive Miss Olympia. Continuing her dynasty, we're going to see both of those athletes. Are actually going to see Shaw, Yao, and Barreto have all qualified for the 2024 Miss Olympia, so we are likely to see, again, the Yao versus Shaw matchup again next year. But until then, Shaw remains atop the Miss Olympia division. Moving into the wellness division, the final division contested on Friday night at the 2023 Olympia, we were going to see a rematch once again of the reigning defending champion over the last 2 years, Franciela Matos and Isabel Nunez. We knew that they were going to be in the running in the final call-out, along with the incredible strength of the rest of the field. The final call-out in the finals included Rayanne Fogel, Franciela Matos, Isabel Nunez, and Elisa Alcantara. It came down to the final two, Matos versus Nunez. They were separated by exactly 1 point on the judges' scorecards, and it really could have gone either way. Both athletes brought impeccable physiques to the finals here at the Olympia, and it came down to a single point that separated it and gave it to the reigning defending Franciela Matos. Wins her third Olympia straight. She is the only wellness champion to ever have happened in this division so far, even though the division is young. It's only in its third year, but Matos is the champion every time so far. Only 1 point separated her and Nunez, so we're going to see this rematch again in 2024, and if it's that close, it really could go either way. We're seeing this division really come up. It's really impressive to see the physiques that these women bring, but Franciela Matos continues to be on top in wellness. Switching gears and moving over to Saturday's competition, we had the Wheelchair Olympia kick things off after prejudging in the morning for Classic Physique, Men's Physique, and Bikini, and everybody knew going into the wheelchair that Harold King Kong Kelly, the reigning champion for the past 5 years, he's the only champion the Wheelchair Olympia has ever seen, and it was clear that if anybody was going to beat him, they were going to have to bring their best, and Kelly was going to have to maybe be off the mark. What we saw was a final call-out between the reigning champion, Harold Kelly, and Poland's Karol Maluski. Now, Maluski had incredible shoulders, incredible upper body. His muscle separation was clear. He had abs that were comparable to Kelly's. It was a tight race at the top. And crowned new champion, Karol Maluski, is your 2023 Wheelchair Olympia champion. He's the first champion other than Kelly of this division since its inception. Congratulations to Karol Maluski. We're going to see this matchup likely again in 2024. Kelly is qualified for the wheelchair division for life, and now Maluski is a champion, so he himself is also qualified. They will return in 2024. Well, hopefully we'll see another tight matchup as we did here in 2023. But Maluski, your new 2023 Wheelchair Olympia champion. Whoa, light change. We're here at Saturday night at the 2023 Olympia in Orlando, Florida, and we have 4 more divisions to let you know about. The first one, Men's Physique. Ryan Terry versus Brendan Hendrickson in the finals. You heard that right. Aaron Banks, the defending champion, he gets knocked down into the bronze position. We have a final 2 between Ryan Terry and Brendan Hendrickson. Hendrickson is a 3-time Men's Physique Olympia champion. Ryan Terry was looking for his first title ever in his 9 appearances, and that is exactly what goes down. Ryan Terry achieves his first Men's Physique Olympia title. After receiving feedback from the judges, he put in work a lot differently this year, and it paid off. He had a full physique, and his first Olympia title is in the books. Switching over to Classic Physique, a fan favorite, Chris Bumstead was coming in as the 4-time defending champion. He was going to go up against a stacked lineup that included Roman Quiroz, Urs Helsinki, Breon Ansley, Terrence Ruffin, Wesley Vitzers, and a whole bunch of other athletes in this field that were going to put the pressure on Bumstead. However, Bumstead is the standard when it comes to Classic Physique, and he was not about to give up his title anytime soon. His conditioning was flawless, his muscles were full, his striations and muscle separation was on point. Chris Bumstead scores his 5th consecutive Classic Physique Olympia title and continues his dynasty on top of the division. Moving over to the penultimate division at the 2023 Olympia, the Bikini division, we had a staggering 4 out of 5 previous Bikini Olympia champions in the top 5. Elisa Piccini, she scores 5th. The only non-Olympia champion, Lauralee Chapetos, comes in 4th. Ashley Kaltwasser, the winningest bodybuilder in IFBB Pro history, scores 3rd. She is consistent as ever. And the final 2 came down to the last 2 Olympia champions. Defending champion Maureen Blanquisco versus the 2021 champion Jennifer Dory. And by the narrowest of margins, it is Jennifer Dory who reclaims the crown. Blanquisco comes in 2nd. This is going to be an exciting division come 2024. A lot of Bikini division winners are going to return in 2024, and it will be just as stacked then as it was now. But until then, Jennifer Dory is your 2023 Bikini Olympia champion. And finally, the big money event, the main event of the 2023 Olympia, the 2023 Mr. Olympia Finals. It came down to 3. Everyone knew after prejudging and the final comparisons, it was going to come down to Samson Dauda, the 2023 Arnold Classic champion, Derek Lunsford, the 2022 Mr. Olympia runner-up, and the defending champion Hadi Choopan. It was as close as it could possibly be. Would Dauda's size overtake the other 2 for the title? Would Lunsford's exquisite shots from the back be able to overcome his conditioned and gigantic competition? Or would Hadi Choopan's incredible muscularity and striations and muscular density be able to offset the other 2 and defend the throne? When all was said and done, Samson Dauda takes the bronze, and in a crazy turn of events, Derek Lunsford is your 2023 Mr. Olympia champion. He is the first ever two-division Olympia champion. He won the 212 division back in 2021 and then moved up to the Mr. Olympia competition last year, where in his debut in the division, he scored second place to Hadi Choopan, and now in only his second Mr. Olympia appearance, he becomes the 18th Mr. Olympia champion. So there you have it. That's the 2023 Mr. Olympia. It was a wild weekend. Some defended their titles, some lost their titles, some reclaimed their titles after losing it in previous years. It was a stacked roster all the way down across all 11 divisions. If we're seeing anything, the weight cap changes that were given to each division brought significant improvements to most of the athletes' physiques, and it was tight all the way through. From Friday in prejudging to Saturday finals, we had a stacked competition here in Orlando, Florida. Until next time, I'm Phil Bleckman for BarBend.com. Thank you for watching our coverage of the 2023 Mr. Olympia, and we'll see you next time.